Dying Light. Parkour times zombies equals a bloody good time. You play as Kyle Crane, agile zombie slaying badass, but overall a terrible skydiver. We get jumped by a bunch of dodgy knobheads, but handgun tends to beat sticks and bats. Although unsuppressed gunfire in Zombieland doesn't exactly work out. Honestly, this bloke is such a terrible secret agent. Imagine being bit 30 seconds into the bloody apocalypse.
Wasn't even a quick time event. What was I supposed to do?
Thankfully, this stranger saves me from being eaten alive, and I will do everything in my power to repay this man. This should be the start of a bloody good friendship. Aw, for fuck's sake. Thankfully, my previous saviour also had a mate, so I'm saved again. That is after I pass out from, like, blood loss or shock or zombie stuff. And when I wake up for my nap, I'm pleased to say this isn't the biggest shithole I've ever awoken in. I leave the apartment but scare off all the local kids.
Alright, mate, my name's not Savile, twat.
Then, like a Karen, I demand to speak to the manager of this establishment. But all I can find is this youngster who's apparently really into fisting. But to sum up this encounter, he's really not happy that one of the boys is dead. Like, trust me mate, I'm not happy either. Why do you think I accepted this suicide mission? Anyway, to try and get on the guy's good side, I decide to go look for an unresponsive survivor on floor 13. Why Kyle is so keen to impress teenagers, I have no idea. Maybe those scared kids earlier had a bloody point. When I get to floor 13, it's fair to say they haven't exactly brought out the welcome wagon. For fuck's sake, there's a broom right there. Can someone just use it, please? I radio in to my boss, and she's like, have you made contact with the leader yet? And I'm like, no, but I have met a teenager with trust issues. But then I hear a scream coming down a corridor, and it's time to go kick some ass. It turns out all this chaos and mess was over one bloody zombie, and he goes down quicker than Neymar in the penalty area. So I enter the bathroom the zombie was trying to get in, and there's this bloke sat there who's definitely cut himself. He's definitely not been bit or nothing.
You had to kill him, didn't you?
Well, he's a fucking zombie, mate. Of course I had to kill him.
Honestly, these lot have got terrible survival instincts.
That was my brother.
Oh, my bad. Take care of Mark. I know what that means.
But it seems Mark is immune to pipe warfare. He then asks for my assistance and if I'd go find him some alcohol and gauze. Although I'll be honest, I don't know what the fuck gauze is, but alcohol sounds like a great time. But I struggle to find either of what he's asking for. Don't get me wrong, I find a lot of duct tape and nails, and basically anything else you'd find in an IED handbook.
I'm sorry, mate. I think you're just gonna bleed out.
It's actually proper embarrassing how long it took me to find this shit. And who knew gauze was just like bandages and shit? Honestly, whoever said that video games don't teach you anything? And then at that point I realised you can actually open up the fridges.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't think anyone would keep whiskey in the fridge.
Then with my vast paramedic knowledge, I slap some vodka on this tissue and hold it there for a solid 30 seconds. And after saving that man's life, I head back upstairs. I interrupt the brother and sister arguing. Personally, I'm just glad nobody was stuck in the washing machine. As she's leaving, Jade asks if I could do her a favour, and seeing as she did save my life, I can't exactly say no now. All I gotta do is stop this knobhead from killing himself. Simples. He wants to show me his gym and asks to meet him on the roof. And I'll be honest, I don't think he should go into construction when we get this zombie thing sorted away. I do a smidge of hardcore parkour, then the crazy fucker wants me to run across the top of this crane.
Oh shit. Why am I sprinting? I'm feeling...
Although admittedly I do flex my dismount a little bit, just so this little prick knows exactly who he's dealing with. He's like, check out that pile of garbage down there, me and you are gonna jump into it right now. And I'm like, are you fucking stupid, butt?
Don't be a wimp.
Seeing as you said that then, yeah, I'll fucking jump straight away, son.
My mother always said if a bloke you've just met jumps off a bright yellow crane into a pile of rubbish, would you follow them? And I guess the answer to that one is yes. Yes, I would.
Well, hey, I'm glad shit is nice and soft, like, you know?
I then do some more death-defying parkour, and don't even nearly almost fall to my death.
You got some serious natural talent, man.
What can I say, mate? What can I say?
Then to finish, we gotta run back across the crane.
Oh, wait, that's a bad time to have a seizure, I'll be honest with you, mate. That is a bad time.
Thankfully, when you have a seizure 100 meters above the ground, they're easier to shake off.
Oh, there you go, we're fine now. Whew.
But I can't get used to rubbish bags equal a soft landing.
Oh. Oops.
I speak to Raheem and I'm like, listen, but am I about to change into a zombie? And he's like, nah, you'll be alright, but just go see our doctor, man, and he'll sort you out with a vaccine. But I'm like, whoa, hang on, son, I don't want Bill Gates to know all of my dirty, dark fantasies. He's like, don't be daft, you silly twat, this vaccine doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi. So off I go to get jabbed by a stranger. And on my way past, I see the quartermaster, who gives me a broken table leg for some reason. He then tries to give me some advice on how to run my YouTube channel.
If you're looking to get more popular, you can try helping folks.
I'm not going for Instagram followers, you know what I mean? Just want to do my job and get the fuck out.
Then finally, after what seems like 3 hours of gameplay, I get to explore the open world. But I obviously don't, because I want to make sure I don't turn into a fucking zombie. I also come across my first group of zombies, and I discover the power of the human kick, and the ineffectiveness of a metal pipe. And who the fuck beats zombies with a backhand? Honestly, Crane, you need to sort your shit out, mate. Anyway, I parkour myself into the doctor's compound, making sure to obviously knock on his door all, because at the end of the day, this is still a society. Okay, maybe not, because Kyle just lets himself in without him even answering.
Yo, Doc, I'm looking for some drugs, man.
Unfortunately, he doesn't actually have a vaccine, it's just a suppressant. And I thought doctors were supposed to be smart. You should be bloody ashamed of yourself. I then go see Spike, who's in the same compound, but I get the impression he's not my biggest fan.
More unskilled labor.
It's a bit harsh.
Basically, he wants me to run about setting traps, so Big Boss Man is safe to do a run tonight. Honestly, that's so fucking typical, it makes me feel sick. Just another example of the working classes being trodden on by the tops of society.
I mean, he set up these traps. That took like 3 seconds maximum. He couldn't have done that while he was here last time. What a prick.
A zombie pops out of the sewers like it's a fucking ninja turtle, so I batter it to death and steal its jewellery. Why does every zombie game feel the need to stick zombies in the bloody sewers? I understand the sewers should be a good place to traverse, obviously as long as you manage to avoid the E. coli. That's literally because nobody wants to get shin deep in piss and shit.
Oh, shit. Okay, right. I sort of assumed I would zipline.
Moving on, I've now got to go to a safe space and save a trapped survivor. Well, it can't be that much of a safe space if it's left all these knobheads in. Anyway, with a flick of the wrist, I batter the last zombie. And I still can't get over that backhand animation. I'm using a pipe wrench, not the Vada Kedavra, you twat. I open the door to the shelter, but we have bad news.
Oh, my guy's dead.
But Kyle isn't 100% sure.
And I think it's too late for this guy.
But then I realised the firecrackers are actually incredibly powerful, due to the zombies being thicker than a Kardashian ass. In fact, there's no need for the word ass in that sentence.
Don't worry, I won't let him suffer.
I then get the power back online due to my masters in electrical engineering. Well, actually from pressing random buttons and just hoping that it works. On my way out, I make sure to climb the tallest pole. And let's just say it's a bloody good thing I don't do this shit in real life.
Oh, for Christ's sake. How do I use a medikit again? I think it's probably best I just stay away from poles in general.
What an absolute racist bastard. You can't generalise the whole of Poland because of one bad experience. Honestly, if I was any of you lot, I'd cancel this prick on Twitter. And yes, I will always refer to it as Twitter. My mother still calls Channel 3 HTV, and that was rebranded like 20 fucking years ago. Damn, that was an incredibly niche reference for an incredibly small part of my audience.
We're doing this. I don't know why. I'm an idiot.
Yes, you are. I'm sure the comment section agree with you. But somehow this jammy bastard always seems to get away with it.
Get up my way.
From here, I do more electrical engineering, learn to pick locks, and collect some uninspiring loot.
Coffee and a pipe.
But the next trap I had to set was the hardest in gaming history.
Oh, are you kidding me?
This went on for a little while.
What the fuck? Oh, great, yeah, rub it in. I've just unlocked a new agility point from being a tit.
And surprisingly, seeing how often this happens to me, I don't take failing particularly well.
Right, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. The game's broken. Press and hold RB and jump and grab the ledge. I was doing that.
Literally the next attempt, I get it.
Fucker.
We flick switches, twist knobs, you get the deal. But that causes the entire power grid to go down. And Spike jumps on the radio and it's fair to say he's not bloody happy, boys.
Alright, mate, that wasn't my fault. I was just following orders like. God, this guy's a prick.
So I get to, well, I guess this is supposed to be a power station. It looks more like a cracked in, but hey, whatever, I'm not here to judge. I approach the danger box without a second's thought. I suppose you could say I'm built different.
Oh, fuck that. Am I gonna beat that guy?
Well, that does tend to be how video games work, you knobhead.
I have a plan.
And just like any plan I've ever had, it could end with a possibility of singed eyebrows. And rather surprisingly, I managed to pull it off.
Yeah! That's right. That's what you're dealing with, mate. How do I dodge?
But if I'm being honest, the flames barely tickled him. So I throw some firecrackers to distract him, and that actually works incredibly effectively. I wonder if I can use that same tactic next time a family member asks me to babysit. Unfortunately, the danger box was actually a red herring, and I had to head inside the cracked in to fix the issue. And after pulling apart more jagged metal, honestly my hands are probably more cut up than an emo's wrists. Now with the power back on, I need a scarper and fast, because it's night time and that's when all the dangerous shit comes out to play. So I've got to get back to the safe space I made earlier.
I should probably be on the roofs, really. It's Assassin's Creed, isn't it?
And you'll be glad to know with all of my extensive parkour skills, I still miss the piles of garbage.
Oh, that was close.
Well, no it wasn't, not really. I tried to lie my head down but get startled by a Spider-Man villain.
What the hell was that? Well, the UV'll save me, right? Was that the fucking lizard?
Anyway, he's heading the opposite direction, so for now I'm having a fucking nap, son. I wake up the next morning revitalised and ready to attack the day. And the first thing I do is make sure to change my clothes.
Special agent.
And after that, that's the prologue sorted.
We have to talk to Spike, because Spike is our guy.
And I head there via the process of free running. But on the way I do stop to search several rubbish bins.
What's nice is though that they've got a recycling bin as well as a regular bin. I mean they do have some work to do because the regular bin is overfulling,
but hey, at the end of the day everybody's got to start somewhere, am I right? However, I can only seem to find one thing in these bins.
I only find metal parts in bins. Also, shouldn't those metal parts be in the recycle bin? Honestly, the people of this place, they deserve the zombie apocalypse.
I then spend 5 dicking about with a red barrel, but the explosion's not the thing that causes me to shit myself.
Oh shit! Oh shit, noise draws virus. spirals. Okay, great. You mother... At this point, the knobhead was so terrified he couldn't get out the word fucker. But nothing stopping Kyle and his trusty wrench. So I go to speak to Spike, and he's like, the run they were on last night went sour and Boss Man's the only one left standing. So I've been called in to finally meet the big bastard. But honestly, he's the least of my concerns. I want to go to the bloody gift shop, as there's one thing I need in order to craft a Molotov. I will take all of your string, please. Although why you need string for a Molotov, I don't bloody know. So I've managed to craft one Molotov, and I've just got to pick the right time to use it. Then I finally go to meet Boss Man. And I don't know why exactly, but if I'm being honest with you, I was expecting better. What can I say? Yellow certainly isn't that man's colour.
Basically, they want me to go steal a supply drop from a bunch of baddies.
Oh, for Christ's sake, why do I always miss the bloody shit bags?
And you'll be glad to know I'm now excelling at this game.
Slice and dice, bitch. Slice and dice.
Other than maybe when I tried to descend from this high bridge.
Okay, maybe I haven't.
That loud noise causes virals to swarm to my location, and thinking I had firecrackers equipped, I pressed the throw button.
No! Aw, for crying out loud. I wasted my only molly.
I'm watching that fire flicker away on that tin roof without it delivering a smidge of damage to any enemy or myself. That might be the saddest thing I've experienced in gaming.
I've never been more angry about something in my life, but at least I got one zombie.
So I finally get to the supply drop, a shock and twist. It's already been taken. But that's alright, because apparently life-saving medicine in this place is like buses. Once one comes, the rest will follow. That plane dropped 2 more crates, and I'm determined to make them mine and bring them back to the homies. They saved my life, and the least I can do is bring back a couple of boxes of paracetamol. However, it seems the baddies have already got there first. Now would have been a great time to have that bloody Molotov. Jay tells me to leave it and go get the second drop, but that's a proper bait-the-bitch move, and I'm the ultimate alpha male. So I decide to try and burn out their retinas.
And they're not weak to UV, apparently.
Oh, come on now, but that's not true. I can't imagine they stocked up on SPF 50 before the fall of society. I recommend giving it 20 to 30 years, and they should start to develop a pretty nasty mole. But unfortunately, I don't have 20 to 30 years.
Oh, shit. R.I.P. Mr. Crane, I guess. R.I.P.